Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes, way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing good. Please let me know if I'm audible to you in the comment section and then we'll go ahead with the webinar. Okay, thank you, Hemant. Uh, Before starting the webinar, I want to tell you that our guest for the day is Aditya Anand, who who has graduated from engineering this year itself. So his stream was information and technology, and his college was Heritage Institute of Technology itself. Today's session is all about Apisero interview preparation strategies and how Aditya got into it. All about his preparation strategy and his journey to get placement to this company. And whatever queries you have, you can put them in the comment section. We will pick them up one by one by the end of the webinar. So, without wasting any time, I would quickly introduce him to the stream.
Yeah,
Hi, Aditya, how are you?
yeah. Hi, Sidra. I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. Aditya, I have introduced you to everyone, but I would like you to speak a few lines about yourself. So, if you can do
Sure.
that, and then we can start with the Q&A session.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. I am Aditya Anand. I was a student of Heritage Institute of Technology, Kolkata. I graduated this year in August. Currently, I'm working as a software engineer in Apisero. Thank you.
Okay, great. So Aditya, how did you get to know about the placement in Apisero? Was it on campus placement, or you applied off campus, or there was like a pool placement going on? What was it like?
Okay. So, actually, in the month of February, Apisero came to our campus for on-campus drives, and after that it took like couple of exams, and then I got placed into Apisero in the month of May actually.
In the month of May. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it was an on-campus placement.
Yes.
Great. My next question is how many rounds were there in your interview process, and can you briefly describe all the technical management, HR, whatever rounds were there? Can you briefly describe them one by one?
Yeah, sure. So basically there were three rounds. First two rounds were technical and the last round was HR. So in the first round, normal generic questions and some questions based on the DSA and your projects and the internships which I did earlier. And in the second round, actually, it was a more or less related to cloud computing and microservices based questions. Yeah, that's all. And in the HR, like some managerial and behavioral questions were there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, according to you, when should a student exactly start preparing for placements? Is it from the beginning of college itself, or even the fourth year of college would work, or even the 15 days of the final year of college can make it happen?
Yeah, so definitely last 15 days will not work. So, like as early a student can start its preparation, it's good. But yes, taking my example, I started preparation in the month of I still remember in the month of March 2020. So like Corona was on its peak and we were all at home. So at that time only I start, like before that I don't even knew how to write code, to be honest. So yeah, it took me 1 year to like prepare for everything, all the, like I took choose Python for programming and then learned all the syntaxes and how to write code with Python. And then I learned the DSA, all the like data structures like arrays, linked lists, etc. So yeah, I for in my thinking, if a person has to start his preparation, so 1 year will be fine.
Okay, 1 year is fine.
Yeah.
I can see in the comments someone is asking how to learn data structures. So I've just added a link in the comments itself. You can learn data structures and algorithm from here. It's a very good course provided by Geeks for Geeks itself. Now coming back to the Q&A, what
Yeah.
projects did you work on, and what did you put in your resume to make it look to make it stand apart and to fetch those bounty points? Because whenever HR glances through all the resumes, they look at something different. So what was that one thing in your resume that that was very appealing to them?
Okay, so first of all, for a resume to get selected, it should have a like proper format, right? So first of all, format or template, whatever you say. So you should have a proper template for your resume. And one more thing, what if there are any projects which you have done? So I provided like links to the demo and the code. Like the projects which I did, I obviously hosted it on GitHub and put the code there. So I provided the both links, the code links and the demo links in the resume itself beneath that project name. And also I did one, like a little thing I did was like, for example, if in a project I use React and Node.js for front end and back end, so I used to highlight that with a different color. For example, I made it red so that it would catch to the eyes of the observer. So that's what I did.
Okay, that's really great. Also, can you tell us what kind of questions were asked to you in the technical round?
Okay. So coming to the first round of the technical round, so what happened was, so they asked me questions like, there were some basic questions on lists. So like implementation kind of thing. I don't exactly remember, but I remember the questions which they asked. Like one was based on the array implementation, and one was from linked list. I don't remember exactly what the question was, but yeah, these two questions were there. And coming apart from the DSA part, there was some questions based on this DBMS and OS also.
Okay.
Yeah, like some queries
Okay.
were given. I have to like generate some queries to like whatever the interviewer asked.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And coming to your preparation strategy, Aditya, what was your preparation strategy like? You just told us that the preparation should begin in the final year of college. So, did you also start in the final year of college, or before that? And what were the key areas that you focused on?
Okay, so first of all, to begin the preparation strategy, one must know a language, like, because see, coding is must if you apply for any company. And so the like coding is must, because in the like examinations also they ask like 2 to 3 coding questions are there to like to qualify for the interview round. And then again in the interview they ask questions based on some programming language. So you know, you need to know a coding language. And one more thing, like strategy basically. So I used to like, I made a routine where I used to like solve 2 to 3 questions per day on a daily basis, like on Lead Code and Geek for Geeks also. So that's what I did actually.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
This was all from my side. Now I'll check comments, and if anyone has any queries or any questions related to this webinar, then we'll take them up, or else we'll wind up the session. So somebody wants to know if you think hacker rank is good for problem solving.
Okay, so HackerRank is a platform where, like, I would like to say that it is good for the beginners. Like, if you have no idea about how to code, so HackerRank is a platform where you can start to learn coding. So yeah.
Okay. There is another question related to hacker rank only. If hacker rank is enough for cracking the interview.
Uh, no, actually, because you need to have a lot of different types of questions based on the same topic. So I would say you would rather like solve more problems on a certain topic. So you should go to either Geek for Geeks platform or Lead Code if you are like available to solve as many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zahir wants to know how did you apply, or how should someone apply who wants to get into the same profile?
Okay. So for me, the company came to my college for a on-campus drive. So that's how I got into Apisero. And if anyone wants to go for an off-campus drive, so right now we are not accepting the freshers, but yes, in the month of I think May or April, we will resume the process for freshers actually.
Okay, all right. Mm, Sridhar wants to know if DSA is necessary to do internship.
DSA is necessary like to get you into an internship. It's not necessary to do an internship. So if for example if you want to get into a company, so they will ask DSA based questions in the interviews. So that's how DSA is necessary.
Okay. What if someone is stuck at a problem and it is easy? Then what to do?
Obviously, if you are stuck at a problem, you should try again and again, and if it's still the problem persists, so obviously there are various types of solutions. Before watching solutions, you should always watch some videos about that question or some articles. There are various articles written on the particular question, so you should always read those or read the editorials and try to solve. If not, then you should watch the solutions, of course.
Okay. Is internship necessary for first job as a software engineer?
Not necessary. Internship is basically a way to get you like experience, right? So it's not necessary, but yes, it come handy when you go for big companies, because there in internship you gain experience, right? So it obviously helps.
And if someone does not have an internship, then what can they do?
If someone don't have any internship, then that is not a problem, but yes, that experience gap is there, so it might be a problem. But still, if you have good knowledge of DSA and have good number of projects on your resume, so of course you will be shortlisted.
Okay. Amit says, what if someone 11, 12 math? Okay, someone is
Okay.
not good in class 11th or 12th maths. So do they become good at problem solving later on?
So problem solving is properly based on your practice, right? So if you do more and more practice, so it will be good. It does not matter if your maths is not good or it's very good, but yes, practice makes a man perfect. So as much as you practice, it will be good.
Right. Okay, I think we've covered most of the section, and
Yeah,
you've also addressed a lot of queries.
yeah,
So we'll just wind up the session, and I would like to thank you, Aditya, for joining in and
yes.
for helping so many students out there who are trying to get placement in top companies, especially like Apisero. Thanks a lot for helping them out, and thank you for the webinar.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me also. It was a great experience for me.
Yeah, yeah, same here. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
And for all those people who still don't know how to access the webinars that have happened in the past or that will happen in the future, then I will just I want to tell them that we have our events page in which you'll get everything. So I will just copy and paste the events page link here so that you can directly access everything from here itself. So you don't have to go back to YouTube or search anything. If even if you have missed a webinar, then you can just directly go to the events page and check out all the webinars from here itself. Thank you everyone for joining in once again, and see you all again in the next webinar.